and do every other trick in the book to make sure the live stream is coming in clearly and as it sounds like it is. Anyhow, we got some members of Ed Week here, and they've become some good friends over the last month. I've been diving into ed tech, and these are the guys you want to speak to about ed tech, and so here they are.
Hi, my name's Kevin Bushweller. I'm the executive editor of Education Week's Digital Directions. And do you want to say hello to Scott?
Hi, this is Scott Check. I'm the events content manager for Education Week, and we wrangle basically all the editorial content to do with the live events taking place September 17th and 25th.
I can tell you a little bit about what we're doing here. We're covering NECC much more aggressively than we have in the past. We're producing a daily e-newsletter, which the first issue came out on Sunday. We'll put one out. We put one out today, tomorrow, Wednesday, and then an e-newsletter on Thursday to cover every aspect of the conference we possibly can through the use of blogs, video interviews, and also stories that we're publishing on the EdWeek and Digital Directions sites. And we're finding our writers and producers and others are really having a great time here.
How's your experience been so far at NEC?
Good. We've got lots of good traffic and lots of people wanted to stop by and ask what we're doing with live events. This is our first series that we're doing. We did 2 in May that were really successful, and we're hoping to jump off that from that to this. The one in Jersey City is happening on September 25th, and the one in Chicago is September 17th. And just to give you a brief synopsis about what that's all about, it's all about doing more with less, and we all know we're in some tough times these days. It can be tough to find the money for ed tech, and that's the theme. It's smart ed tech strategies for tough times. So we're bringing Don Kinesic, Keith Kruger, several other people who are tops in the ed tech field together to talk to and get questions from people in the ed tech field and education in general about asking, well, what can we do to leverage stimulus money toward education tech buys? What can we do to leverage best practices, do more with less?
I want to learn a little bit more about digital directions specifically because I think a lot of us, especially ISTE, we're realizing it's best to put your best digital foot forward, and I believe digital directions is that. I'd like to let the audience at home know about it because they can go visit the blog right now.
That's great. The URL is www.digitaldirections.org. It was Digital Directions was launched just 2 years ago. It comes out in print 3 times a year, but our presence on the web has really grown quite a bit. We're publishing stories on a weekly basis now. We have two blogs. One called the Digital Education blog, the other called Teaching Generation Tech. The Digital Education blog is written by 2 Education Week and Digital Directions writers, Kathleen Manzo and Katie Ash. And the Teaching Generation Tech blog is written by a teacher in upstate New York who has some really interesting perspectives on how sometimes the digital skills that oftentimes the digital skills that students bring to schools are so far ahead of what schools are doing in the classroom that creates a bit of conflict and a bit of an imbalance in the education.
Very good. And what about digital directions from your perspective? What should we know about it? Where should we go to visit it? And how can everyone at home get involved with it?
Please go to www. The URL is digitaldirections.org. The tie-in for me is this is kind of the theme that we're going for. It's going to be specifically a leadership forum that gets to the ed tech part of it. So it's an Education Week / Digital Directions co-branding. Kevin, you want to talk a little bit more about what's on Digital Directions?
I have a couple more things to say, Joe, because in the past, publishing has traditionally been you publish the magazine or the newspaper and that was it, and then it was just you publish the magazine and the website and that was it. Well, we're doing all these other things now. We regularly hold webinars on ed tech topics. Like we had a very popular one about how to leverage stimulus money for educational technology. We also hold regular online chats about tech topics. In fact, we're having one tomorrow at 3 p.m., right, Scott? On online professional development. And I would encourage your viewers to go to edweek.org and sign up and participate in that chat. What we try to do is we try to be a place where we can bring in the top experts in the field and make them available to our readers, and so that they can ask questions that'll help them do their jobs better.
Absolutely. From your own personal perspective, what about NECC 2009 is different from past years? What is the theme that we on site have that everyone at home should be aware of? What is that new gadget, that new concept that we want to bring to the classroom? We want to bring to our own business lives.
I think that it really feels like empowering students to be able to use the tech tools that they're already using so much in their lives outside of school, and take those and allow them to use them in the classroom to help them learn more effectively. There just seems to be so many agenda items that are on that issue, and we've seen that grow as an issue even before NECC, and obviously NECC is, has its finger on the pulse of what's going on in the ed tech world, and you just see a lot of that discussion both in formal panels and in informal discussions, in the hallways of this building.
Very cool. And so, what's your takeaway from NECC so far? What should people be knowing about the buzz that's happening around NECC? What do you think we're going to see in the classroom as a result of NECC 2009, maybe?
I think we should look for more connectivity along the lines of what Kevin was just talking about, and it's actually very convenient that it plays into the whole theme of digital directions, which is, we've got so much tech stuff that's out there, so much information out there. We just look for some direction / directions. Where do I go with this? So there's a lot of resources here. And at Digital Directions too, there are a lot of resources, ways of really tapping into what kids are already doing, plugging them into what's happening in education. It's all about the marriage of technology and education.
Very cool. So I think we've dove into NECC 2009 really well, and Ed Week's presence here has been awesome. And if you want to check out more about it, it's digitaldirections.org. And definitely at them on Twitter, because I know it's a very active account at digital directions, right? Or is it at DigiDirections? At DigiDirections. There you go. If you want to ask them some questions specifically, they'll be happy to answer it. Is there anything else you guys want to add?
That's about it. Thanks so much, Joe, for having us. We're trying to get the word out about Digital Directions because we're producing a lot of really great content, and we'd like all the people out there in the ed tech world to know more about us.
Absolutely. Thank you guys very much. I'll see you around the rest of NECC, I'm sure. All right, we'll be back in a little bit, and probably I see Mario in the background. Maybe we can grab him on camera because he definitely loves the camera. So we'll be right back, guys.